Welcome back, all. So, we're back. We're going to do some cooking real quick. And I mentioned before, I like to keep about 3 or so of these bailout doses in my inventory. That way, if you're on a climb or whatever, and you're almost out of stamina, but you're almost done climbing, this way you can eat just a little bit, get yourself to the top. Or if you're swimming, get yourself to shore, or whatever the case may be. Alright, so don't cook any more than 3 at a time for now. 3 will get you almost a full wheel. About 4/5 of a wheel. And of course we only have 1 wheel right now, so that's why I say just cook up to 3 at a time for the moment. And I do believe 1 mushroom and 1 honey will give you the same. Alright, so that's pretty much all the stamina stuff we have right now. If you followed my directions there on that, you should have about 8 meals. And trust me, you're going to need it. Alright, so let's head over to our Stasis Shrine, which is right about there. There's also some more treasure. Speaking of treasure, I forgot to mark that treasure chest with the bomb arrows. Alright, so you can use an axe or use the bomb method to knock down your tree. This one you're going to have to kind of aim, though. You kind of want the tree to fall so that you can actually use it as a little bridge. Get across. Sometimes there's going to be a beetle over here. I'm not seeing one today. I'm just not having luck with beetles today, which is a shame. And as I mentioned in my last video, always take the time to knock down these fruit trees. The fruit should just fall to the ground for easy pickup. And you're going to need the firewood anyway, so might as well start collecting it now. Lots of bomb arrows in this game. I don't usually use the bomb arrows for combat. Reason being is it tends to burn up a lot of your pickups, like arrows and monster parts. So I really don't use the bomb arrows for combat. Instead, I use them for croc seeds. A lot of these croc seeds, you're going to have to shoot balloons out of the air. Sometimes they cluster relatively close together, and 1 bomb arrow will take out, several of those balloons at once. So it just puts a lot less wear and tear on your bows. It's just a good idea to get in the habit of not using those bomb arrows for combat. Just like I said, you don't want your stuff to burn up before you can collect it. Alright, so before you just get on this cliff and start jumping around like I'm doing, do be aware from this height you will die. So it's always a good idea to save the game just so you don't lose anything you've collected thus far. And I wouldn't recommend jumping around anyway unless you're an experienced player at this point. Little safety tip about climbing. If you're going to climb side to side, you're hardly using any stamina at all. Very, very little stamina. Climbing up uses quite a bit. So just remember to that, if you're on a big climb and you find yourself getting low on stamina, look to your left or to your right and see if there's a safe point. That way you can get to safety with the stamina you have left. Alright, another thing about jumping around. If you're kind of close to the top, you can actually get quite a bit of altitude on a final jump. So run yourself down to just a sliver of red, and then try yourself 1 final jump. you might make it to the top. Just make sure you save your game before you do that, just in case you don't quite make it. You don't lose out on anything. Okay, so welcome to our Stasis Shrine. So that hissing sound you're hearing, it's not a bad feed. I'm actually a vapor, so I tend to suck on this thing quite a bit. Get your minds out of the gutter. I actually quit smoking and switched to vaping. Smoking is just horrible, horrible business. It's expensive. Not only that, I just felt like crap all the time, and it wasn't even really fun. If you've never smoked, don't ever start. It's just a bad deal. Alright, so Stasis. You hit an object once, it'll freeze time. You hit it again, it'll release time. Just bear in mind that it does take time to recharge. So that's why I take a moment to kind of release the object. That way it doesn't take as much time to recharge. And it just kind of speeds my gameplay up a little bit. Alright, so I didn't really need that shield, but you know what, I'm going to tech refresh because I know I've put some wear and tear on this bad boy. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so at this point in the game, I will stop carrying an axe, and I will switch to a sledgehammer. Reason being is you get better attack power out of the sledgehammer. They're quite durable. They're great for opening up those wooden crates. Just all around, it's a good idea to stock that thing early game for those reasons. Now, when you're using weapons to move objects with stasis, if you're using a sledgehammer, you only have to hit it once. Don't hit it more than that, you're just wasting durability on your weaponry. Alright folks, so that's our Stasis Shrine. When we come back, we'll head to our Ice Block Shrine, or Cryonis Shrine. Thanks for watching!